So for question number 6, what we need to do is first of all complete this grouped frequency table. So let's have a look at the bands. So the first one's 1 to 20. So it does say 5 groups of equal size. So we're going up in sort of 20s. So this is going to be 21 to 40, 41 to 60, 61 to 80, and then 81 to 100. So the 18 has already been put in as the 1 to 20, so 55 is going to go here, 32 here, 64, 45, 49, 83, 74, 27, 91, 40, so that is the 21 to 41, including 40, and 62. So that is 1, this is 3, 3, 3, 2. So the total is 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's the completed grouped frequency table. Okay, so for this question, what we need to do is we're going to have frequency up the side. And we are just going to have, this will be a bar chart. So I'm going up to 23, so I'm going to go up to 25. So let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's as good as I can do, really. So how many bars have I got? I've got 5. So 1. Okay, so I'm going to have to do them. Actually, I'm going to do them, they have to be equal width, these bars, and I'm just trying to make sure how I can best use the space. So I'm going to do 0 to 9 here with a gap. Sorry, was it 0 to 9? Yes, and then it's 10 to 19, so there's a little bit of breathing space. 10 to 19 will be here to here. Anyway, let's just do it bit by bit. So 0 to 9 is 2. So this is 1. It's hard to count all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So there we go. There is 0 to 9. 2 rather. 10 to 19 is 12. So there is 10. Every 2 lines is 1, so 11, 12. Again, even better if you use a ruler there. So there's my 10 to 19. 20 to 29 is 15. So 20 to 29 goes all the way up to 15. At least that's a nice easy one to get right height-wise. 30 to 39 is 23. Okay, so it's 23 is just 1 above this line here, so there. And again, would recommend you use a ruler. The shading is optional. 40 to 49, 8. And so that's 4 down from 10. There we go. Okay, I was hoping to make the bars perhaps a bit fatter, but by doing that, they would have had to touch. It's not really a problem if they touch, I guess, but the key thing is that the bars are equal width. I've left a gap between each bar, and they are also, the gap size is consistent, and it's just about making sure you get the scales right on the vertical axis there. Again, I was a bit disappointed that I couldn't perhaps stretch out the scales to fit the graph paper better, but I can only work with the graph paper size that I've been given, and for me that's pretty much the best job I can do there. So there is my chart completed. Okay, so how many faces are on the prism? So let's just look at ones if we're like the fronts and backs. So we've got 1, 2, so we've got a front and a back, which is 2. So I'm going to look at the sides, and I'm also going to call this part here a separate side as well. So I've got 1, 2, 3. So I know it doesn't have 3 sides, but just for the sake of trying to make this calculation a little bit easier. And the top and the bottom, so I will call this 1 top, 2 tops, 3 tops. There we go. So in total, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's got 8 faces. Or you could just simply go, well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. It's getting a bit confusing. 5, 6, 7, and I've already managed to miss one. I think I missed the front one there. So yeah, easy to make a mistake doing it that way. So I probably look at it from each different perspective. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Okay, so we want to, for part B, show the plan view. So remember, the plan view is the view from above. Let me just delete some of this nonsense as well. So the view from above means we are going to be looking down like so, and we will see this face here and this face here. So that will be it'll be a 3 by 3 with a whatever. This is going to be a 2 by 3. In other words, we're just going to see a 5 by 3. Okay, so from above, it's going to be 3 by 5, and this line here would be here, but if we're shading it all in, we're not going to see that line. So we're looking for a rectangle that is 5 by 3, so that is diagram 2. Okay, so C is showing from the back view. Now, if we're looking at the front view, then we are just going to see this face here, which would look like so. So from the back, we will see it the other way around. So the back view will look like that, and we can see that that is diagram 4. Okay, let's move on to question number 8. So we know that the ratio of adults to children is 1 to 8. So if there are 56 children, well, we can see that that is 7 times more than 8. So we're scaling this ratio up 7 times. So if there's 7 times as many kids, we need 7 times as many adults, and 1 times 7 is 7. Okay, so use a reverse calculation to show a check of your answer. Well, the last thing we did was 1 times 7 equals 7. I don't think 7 divided by 7 equals 1 is what they're after. We did 8 times by 7 to get 56. So 56 divided by 7, do we get 8? And yes, we do. Okay, question number 9. So for the mean, we just want to add up the total, and it's divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, they've told us there's 5. So if we add up 760, 625, 585, 665 and £8, we get a total of £34.35, and £34.35 divided by 5 is £6.87. So is Scott correct? No, he's not correct, because 687 is not 685, unless he simply rounded it to the nearest 5p or something, but the question makes no mention of that, so I think no is the correct answer here. Use an estimation to show a check of your answer. Well, we did £34.35 divided by 5 is £6.87. Well, if I just called that £35, what is 35 divided by 5? It is £7. So we can see, yeah, we're not a million miles away. So that estimation proves that we're probably right. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. So we're increasing, the question is basically increase 1260 by 5%. Now the multiplier for 5% is 0.05. So if you want to work out 5% of a number, of an amount, you multiply by this figure here. This is the decimal equivalent of 5%, in other words it's 5 divided by 100. Now if I want to increase by 5%, instead of multiplying by 0.15, I add 1 to this number, so it's 1.05. So my calculation is 1260 multiplied by 1.05, and that is 1323, and that is more than 1300. So is Matteo correct? Yes, he is. Okay, so for this question, what we need to do is work out the area. Now I'm going to turn this into, let's call this shape A and shape B. So shape A, the area is 3.5 multiplied by 4, which is 14 square meters. For shape B, it's 9 multiplied by, not by 8, but 8 minus 3.5. And 8 take away 3.5 is 4.5. So this is 4.5. 4.5 plus 3.5 gives me the 8. So 9 multiplied by 4.5, and 4.5 times by 9 is 40.5 square meters. So therefore the total area is 14 plus 40.5, which is 54.5 square meters, and it's £16 per square meter, so it's going to be 16 lots of 54.5, and that comes to £872. £872 is greater than 800, so Lanza is correct. So the answer here is yes. And that is the end of section B.